women are expected to look very glamorous. Yes, you can be dressed, but that is only to enhance your external beauty. The inner beauty, the feeling, the emotion can only be driven from your heart. Heroines are only meant to look glamorous. Heroine-centric films which are being made today. It's a great step forward, and I'm happy with that. Hi, my name is Seerat Kapoor, and here's wishing all the India Guilds viewers a very, very bright day. So, to sum it up, Tiger is basically the story about two best friends, and to extent to which one takes care of another, one loves another, and the extent to how far friendship can go. That is basically what the story of Tiger is about. Well, this is a question which honestly the director would be able to answer best, but I think my character in this film, she represents Varanasi in every way, and if there's one particular element, you know, that pops into anybody else's mind when they think of Varanasi, it is River Ganga. So as far as I know, and as far as I think you know, my character was named after the place, and to bring, you know, importance to what Varanasi actually stands for and is memorable. I hope it comes across as strong. I don't know about strong or not, but for me, I think Ganga's character is very very relatable, you know, to everyone, because you have this girl who comes from a completely orthodox background, who is probably the only girl who leaves her village and you know, achieves all her you know, goals that she wants to meet with in life, and then falls in love, you know. So the extent of what she does with her love, and also keeping in mind her family and what they would consider the resistance or the let go, it's somewhere there, you know. So it is a very strong nature that she holds more than the character. I think the nature and the element, the real aura of Ganga is the strength of the character. Well, yes, I mean, I think if there's one relatable factor between Ganga and I, or more than one actually, would be we both are very high achievers. Just as much as she is, I would also like to believe that in this one life I want to achieve so much more in my career. Again, she's a very family oriented person. She will make every decision keeping her family in mind, and if there's any resistance or any pullback that she needs to make, it would be keeping you know, her family and their you know, sort of approval in mind. So I am like that. For me, my family is really important, and again, love, I think, is the biggest connect between both of us. I think I would also like to believe that I can go to any extent to protect and keep my love happy, and yeah. Well, I've said this in most of my interviews, but I think whatever I am today, the identity that I have is because of this industry, and people have been very warm and very welcoming from the very first time that I started. The kind of love and appreciation I got through Run Raja Run, the response I'm getting before Tiger releases, and I mean, I have people writing to me on Twitter saying, we've already decided that we're going to call you by the name of Ganga, and that to me is the most is the most important thing for an actor. If you can be remembered by a character's name, then somewhere you've done something right, and it feels very promising. So I will always be very grateful to the kind of affection that this industry has shown to me, and I would always look forward to doing more and more work within this industry. Well, I don't. Yes, people could say that about the industry, but I think society in general, is very male dominating. So the reason why the emphasis is drawn in this industry is because there's always limelight falling here. But having said that, I don't think this means that women, a woman can't do anything, or there's no way that she could reach places. I think if there's will, if there's strength, inner strength is what I'm talking about, then definitely women and men can soon be at par with one another. And I think respect is everything. If you get respect from a man, then definitely that would also change the current situation and the scenarios, be it the industry or be it life in general. So yeah, I mean, yes, it is evident that it is a male dominating industry, but I don't feel intimidated by it, and I don't think any woman or any lady should be. I think everybody is equal, and God has made it like that. So I would hope and pray that it is the positive side of life that everybody looks at. I do believe in God. There's a big difference between being religious and being spiritual. I am very spiritual. I do not necessarily go to temples every day, or um, you know, do things like that. But for me, I think God is in the way you speak to one another, the people you interact with. Being kind, being loving, being caring towards one another, not just in your happy moments, but also when someone's down and low. You don't always need to get them to feel what you're feeling. Sometimes you should just kind of understand that this is their moment, and there are reasons or situations that may occur in their life which may upset them. So I think practicing godliness is what I follow more than praying to idols. I have nothing against that, and I don't judge people who do that at all. But everybody has their own way and own path. At the end of the day, you just want to live a life of positivity, happiness, and love. You want to be healthy, and I feel content when the people that I work with, or my friends or my family, I don't upset them in any way. These are the things that really matter to me, and so yeah. Uh, well, I have always wanted to be, an all-rounder, so to speak, because I've never been in just one profession. Even when I was dancing, I was always singing at the same time. It's through that period that even acting happened. So for me, my motivation is to involve all these three things as much as I can in one profession. Fortunately, acting allows you to do that. Hopefully in a film I will be able to sing my own songs. Dance of course goes hand in hand within a film. So as of now, I think I want to keep things simple. I don't really plan to way ahead, but what I do is follow my passion, and keep my training going on, give my best at what I do, and I'm sure I'll reach wherever I have to, depending on the kind of work that I put in today. Like I said earlier, acting was something which which I didn't plan. I was still a dance instructor when a friend of mine, was meant to go for an audition, and her mom calls me and she says, she's not feeling too well. Would you like to go and check it out? And that one day, things just happened. I walked in, and there was a space which was completely unknown to me. I had no idea what everybody else was so sure of. From the way they were introducing themselves to the way they were giving profiles, they just knew exactly what they were doing. They looked like they had been in here for a while, and for me, it was the very first time. So I had it's because of this, this whole creation which occurred, which I had absolutely no idea about. It kind of made me want to learn more about it and know more about it, and that's when I took up acting classes. And I've always believed training differentiates one from another. Took up my acting classes with Roshan Taneja, who's my second grandfather, and simultaneously kept auditioning for films, and was just giving my best, as much as I could, wherever I made an appearance, and that's how things just happened. Dance and acting are very, very relatable, because as a dancer, you're expressing with your body. In order for you to express with your body, you need to feel it. And acting is the same. It could be different for different people, but at least for me, I think to be able to create a scene, you must completely dive into your character. What is the emotion? How is she feeling at that point? What is the baggage that she comes with? So the one common ground that both these fields hold is definitely the feeling that goes behind it. So I mean, having said that, if you're a dancer who just dance technically, or dances with just steps and no heart, then there may not be a link. But if you come from a background where you understand the difference between emoting through your body, then definitely you find it more relatable than otherwise. I have been very fortunate, honestly, to work with Raju Master, and honestly, he didn't. There was this moment where I saw him sitting on his chair, and he just did a moment. He just did something like that. I'm not sure. I can't mock it, obviously, but I'm a big fan of Raju Master, his style, his dance, and that is really shown in Bujima, the song, which is such a super hit. People in Bombay have been watching the song. They've been complimenting the choreography, and Prabhu Deva is again his brother. Ironically, I just realized as I spoke, but he's fabulous. And I watched ABCD too, and I think he just has you. When he moves, he just has you. Actors who dance well. I think my first scene that I shot in the film was with Rahul, and we have a very comfortable equation together, because in a lot of ways, in our mannerisms and the way we speak, we are very similar. So when I took a line, I almost kind of gauged how Rahul would respond to it, and I'm sure he felt that likewise, because I saw him nodding in one of the interviews when I mentioned this. He's been very cooperative and very supportive, to the extent that he doesn't only emote when the camera's on him, but even if it's his back shot, he goes all out for his co-star, and that's the biggest quality one can ask for in their co-actors. Rahul's done a fantastic job. I've watched the film, and I just want him to know this, that he's really standing out. The amount of effort that he takes to dive deep into the character has really shown in the film, and I'm sure he's going to go a really long way. Sundeep, on the other hand, I share a very different equation with. He's very spontaneous with the scenes that he takes, and the same thing could be shot in 10 different ways with 10 different expressions you don't know. So as a co-artist, you can't really preempt or plan, what the next move should be or can be. So all the scenes throughout Tiger that involve Sandeep and me have been very spontaneous. Have been running, at that in that space. Sandeep is again fabulous, and he's held Tiger, in the most promising way that can be. So I wish him all the very best, and I just hope I could work with both of them at some point later in life. I've always been very selective. For me, it's not just about appearing, for being popular or things like that. I only step into a project which I personally believe in. Definitely, I mean, Tiger was not the first project that was narrated to me after Run Raja Run, but I've been very patient, and I would just like to, do the kind of scripts that I would also like to watch as an audience. For me, that is most important. Being happy with the kind of work that I do is the most important thing that I want to hold within my career. And so Tiger happened. Why am I so? I'm actually active on Twitter. I've been following. I've been in touch with everybody who writes to me. That is the only social site that really connects, that I'm a part of, and that connects my friends. They call them fans, but I would say my friends to me. So I do write to them. I'm very active there. Well, I haven't made a best friend in the industry yet. I think from the time that I've started, my focus has been just work, work, and work. And every time I fly down to Hyderabad, it's again for another project. But having said that, there's so much love that is coming from all the fans, all the people who write, through the teams that I'm working with. For me, those relationships are very real, and I don't miss out on a best friend. For me, I'm here to make a career, and if I meet somebody down my path who connects to me and understands me, and we get along really well, then I'll be very grateful. But having said that, I think I've been boosted with so much belief and love and support that I'm just very content and happy at this stage of my life. No, I don't believe in numbers. I don't think two people should be even compared, because what one person has, be it an actor or be it anybody in any field, cannot another person cannot hold. Everyone has their strengths, everyone has their weaknesses. It's important to understand your strength but also work on your weakness. And I just feel everybody should be appreciated for what they have in them, and this whole number business of 1, 2 and 3, it doesn't matter, and it holds no relevance to me. I think the only belief that I have is in the goodness of people. Everything else kept aside, I think in this one life, we all get very busy with our hectic schedules, be it work, be it anything at any point. But what's important is to hold on to the relationships that we've grown up with, and for me, that is the most important thing. V.I.Anand is the man behind this project. I've said this in all my interviews. This is his first film in Telugu, but I haven't felt that even 0.1% while shooting with him. I think he's a very, very sensible man, extremely educated, and that shows in the kind of cinema that he's put out for the audiences today. Working experience with him has been absolute bliss, because he's one of the few directors who leaves his vision with confidence in somebody else's hands and says, okay, Seerath, this is the scene, this is the brief, what do you think can be done? So I think he's a very, very rare director, I would say, in today's time. There's no do or direct with him. The director part of him almost goes, because he really believes in his actors, and that shows. As a person, he's extremely calm, and that has really rubbed off on my performance, especially for Tiger, because there were a lot of scenes where I was meant to really dive deep into the emotion, and for that I couldn't even afford to take pressures of anything else technical that mattered. And it's just with the way he speaks to you. When he speaks to you, you are completely, you're already sold into the character, into the scene, and what is expected of you. So I've had a fabulous relationship with him, and I really feel this is just a starting point for Anand, and he's going to do great. Everybody's going to appreciate him after this, for sure, and I wish him all the very best. Producers, I would say I haven't interacted too much with them on the sets of Tiger, but every little interaction that I had at the audio launch or while watching the film, it just shows in the way they speak to you that they really have believed in you, and I felt that support and that warmth from them. Also, the film has run so smoothly with only their support. I think that is the biggest sign. And as producers, they are they don't only interfere with the money aspect of filmmaking. They've been extremely involved in the storyline, in the scenes, in the songs, in practically everything of the film. So to summarize everything, I think they themselves are such cinema lovers, and it's been an absolute bliss working with them too. I just hope that they're happy, and I could be able to deliver as they thought, and I just wish the entire team very, 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 and lots of luck. Well, in this, in every industry, in this field or any field, just generally, in society, I think women are expected to look very glamorous and very beautiful, and things like that. But having said that, I really feel like for an actor to be able to last, you need to be able to be a performer, and that will only happen if you take your your craft seriously. Yes, you can be dressed, but that is only to enhance your external beauty. The inner beauty, the feeling, the emotion can only be driven from your heart, and that is the kind of that is what I feel. So for me, I don't believe that heroines are only meant to look glamorous. I think it's high time that and times are changing. There are heroine centric films which are being made today, which is a great it's a great step forward, and I'm happy with that. The only one thing that I'd really like to share with you all is that Tiger's been a very, very special film to me personally. But having said that, the entire team has worked extremely hard on every aspect of the film to entertain you all, to make you feel like you've lived and experienced the journey that every character has been feeling. The film promises an outburst of love, of friendship, of family, and everything under the umbrella. The songs have been beautifully written and composed by S.S.Taman. So I just hope that this little effort from our end has been appreciated by you. So please do watch us on the 26th of June 2015 at the theatres, and I really wish and hope that you'll all enjoy the film. Thank you.
you.